All right, so buckle up because this deep dive.
It's going straight to the heart of university life.
Okay.
You know how much I love a good deep dive, and this one's going to be juicy. But
Yes.
this isn't like those glossy brochures, you know?
Right.
We're going way beyond that. We're talking about what it really takes to not just survive, but thrive in this wild world of university.
What I find fascinating about this document, right,
Yes.
is how it really kind of like takes that old-fashioned idea of university
Okay.
and throws it out the window.
Okay.
It's not about, just cramming for exams last minute
Right.
or surviving on energy drinks. It's about a whole new level of you being independent, figuring yourself out, self-discovery.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that because the document kind of jumps right into it. It wastes no time in addressing this. The academic elephant in the room.
Yes, exactly.
It literally, I'm paraphrasing here, but it basically says, kiss those hand-holding days of high school goodbye.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the biggest things that new students, I think, find jarring.
Yeah.
Is this emphasis on self-directed learning. You're expected to,
Right.
professors expect you
Yeah.
to take the bull by the horns,
Own it.
be responsible for your education.
Yeah.
We're talking time management, we're talking independent research,
Full of
the
it.
whole 9 yards.
Which makes sense when you think about it, because you're not just like regurgitating facts and figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're learning how to think for yourself.
Yes.
How to analyze, how to come to your own conclusions.
Absolutely.
But if you're coming straight from high school,
Yes.
that's a huge leap.
It is. And the document
Yeah.
actually uses this great analogy.
Okay.
They compare it to like learning to drive.
No, I like that. Okay.
So in high school, you're in the passenger seat
Okay.
and the teacher's driving. University, boom.
Yeah.
They hand you the keys and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like, all right, navigate the open road.
Good luck. Figure it out.
Yeah.
And that, honestly, for a young person, that can be terrifying.
Absolutely.
Especially when you factor in classes, assignments, maybe you've got a part-time job to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
So how does the document suggest that students can kind of like navigate this newfound freedom
Right.
without losing their minds?
So time management is key,
Of course, yeah.
but it's not just about making a list
Yeah.
and checking things off. The document really emphasizes
Right.
strategic planning.
Okay, so tell me more about that. What does that mean?
So it encourages students
Yeah.
to figure out when they're most productive.
Okay.
Are you a morning person, a night owl? Break down those massive assignments,
Yeah.
into smaller, manageable chunks.
Oh, that's good.
Prioritize what's due tomorrow, what can wait till next week.
Right, so it's about working smarter, not harder,
Exactly.
which I can get behind, 100%.
Yes.
But here's something that I wish I knew sooner.
Okay.
Research opportunities.
Yes.
This is huge.
It is. It's one of those hidden gems
Mm-hmm.
that I think this document does a great job of highlighting.
Okay.
Because a lot of universities, even the big ones,
Mm-hmm.
they have research opportunities even for first and second year students.
Wow. So you could be working with
Yes.
leading experts in your field.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Contributing to groundbreaking research.
Talk about a resume booster.
Yeah.
But it's got to be more than that, right?
It is.
It's about, going deeper into a topic that you're passionate about, getting that practical experience.
Yes.
And I imagine it also helps you develop those critical thinking skills that employers love.
Precisely. The document really emphasizes that research isn't just about gathering information, it's about asking the right questions,
Okay.
analyzing the information, contributing to a larger body of knowledge.
Right. So those skills apply to everything.
There we are.
Academia, business, arts, everything.
Across the board.
Okay. So we've covered the academic side of things, but let's be real. University is about way more than just hitting the books.
Oh, absolutely.
The document does a great job of painting this picture
Yes.
of this whole other world outside the classroom.
Right.
We're talking clubs, sports, extracurriculars galore.
And with good reason. And it's funny
Yeah.
because the document stresses
Yeah.
that getting involved in these activities, it's not just about fun.
Right. Right.
Although, let's be honest,
It should be fun.
it should be fun.
Yeah.
But it's about finding your people,
Your tribe.
your tribe, exploring your passions,
Yeah.
feeling like you belong.
You know what? I'd never thought about it that way, but you're right.
It's so important.
You go into this giant melting pot of people from all walks of life.
Yes.
And suddenly you're not just a face in the crowd, you're part of something bigger.
Exactly.
Something that you connect with.
Yes.
Something that you value.
100%.
Yes.
It really does. And the document highlights this beautifully, it talks about how these these little communities, these niche groups.
Yeah.
Whether it's a chess club or a debate team or even like a group of students passionate about sustainable living or something.
Right.
It's like they become their own little worlds,
Yeah.
right? They're
Yeah.
like these microcosms of the larger world
It's so true.
where you can find people who share your interests.
Right.
You can collaborate. You can communicate. You have that shared purpose.
Yeah, it's like you're test driving different versions of yourself, you know?
That's a great way to put it.
Figuring out what makes you tick, what you're good at, what you're passionate about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what's so cool?
What?
Sometimes those passions, they lead you down paths you never even considered.
Oh, yeah, totally.
The document actually shares this really cool anecdote about this student
Okay.
who kind of stumbled upon their love for documentary filmmaking.
Wow.
But here's the thing. It wasn't through a film class.
Okay.
It was through a volunteer project
Oh, wow.
that their university's film club was doing.
Oh, that's so cool.
And that, like, little experience led to an internship at a local production company.
Wow.
And then eventually a whole career
Amazing.
in this field they didn't even know existed before.
See, that's what I love about university. It's like
It's full of surprises.
it's like a giant playground of possibilities. You get to try new things, explore different interests.
Yeah.
You might even discover some hidden talents along the way.
Absolutely. But amidst all this fun and exploration,
Yeah.
there's this other side of university life
Okay.
that the document doesn't shy away from at all.
What's that?
Adulting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's face it, right?
Yeah.
Navigating the practical side of university.
It's a crash course in adulting.
It is. It's like Independence 101, the document calls it.
I love that Independence 101, right? As someone who once shrunk their entire wardrobe in a dorm laundry mishap,
Oh, no.
I can tell you those practical skills are no joke.
The struggle is real.
It's real.
But the document goes beyond just laundry mishaps.
Okay.
It talks about budgeting,
Right.
navigating housing options.
Yes.
Basically managing your life without having mom and dad on speed dial.
Right. Which, honestly, those are skills that are going to serve you well long after graduation.
100%.
So where does the document suggest students even start with all of this? Because it can feel overwhelming.
Right. It's a lot to handle.
It is.
The document stresses how important it is to actually use campus resources.
Okay. That makes sense.
Because most universities, they offer things like financial literacy workshops,
Okay.
peer mentoring programs, career counseling services, specifically for students.
It's like having this whole team in your corner.
Exactly.
Cheering you on, even when those student loans are feeling a little scary.
Exactly. It's about not being afraid to ask for help. You know,
Right.
learning from people who've been there, done that.
Right.
You don't have to navigate this whole adulting thing alone.
Right. I like that teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly.
So we've talked about academics, extracurriculars, adulting, but the document also dives into the social side of university.
Of course, because
let's be real, it's a whole other ballgame.
it is. It's not just about
Right.
academics and extracurriculars. It's about building relationships,
Yeah.
navigating friendships, maybe even finding romance
Oh, there's always romance.
amidst all the chaos, right?
It's the chaos. Yes, exactly.
And the document doesn't try to pretend that it's easy.
Right.
Forming meaningful connections in a brand new environment.
Yeah.
It can be tough.
It is tough. You're thrown together with people from
All walks of life,
all walks of life, different backgrounds, different values,
different perspectives.
different ways of seeing the world.
It's like that saying, right?
What's that?
Everyone's fighting a battle you know nothing about.
Oh, yeah.
And in a way, that's kind of true in university,
It's true everywhere, but yeah.
but especially in university.
Yeah, for sure.
So the document kind of talks about how students can navigate these.
Yeah. How do you navigate that? What do you do?
Communication is key.
Of course. Yeah.
Being open and honest with each other.
Right.
Really listening to what other people have to say.
Active listening.
Active listening, exactly.
Right.
And respecting different viewpoints.
Even when they clash with your own.
Especially when they clash with your own.
Right.
That's when it's most important.
Okay.
It's about, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone,
Yeah.
embracing those differences, learning how to build bridges instead of walls.
Yeah. Which is a skill we could all use a little more of these days.
Couldn't agree more. And you know what the document really drives home?
What's that?
Is that university, it's not just about getting a job.
Right.
It's about developing the emotional intelligence,
Okay.
the empathy,
Yeah.
the communication skills.
Right.
You
Yeah.
need to thrive in this world we live in.
Right.
It's an increasingly interconnected
Fair connected.
and diverse world.
Yeah.
So it's not just about those exams and that dream job. It's about
Right.
becoming a well-rounded, adaptable, just awesome human.
Yes. I like that a lot. Right.
So we've talked about how university prepares you for this, like you said, this complex world, this complex life.
Yes.
But how does it address that transition from the university bubble to the quote-unquote real world? It's interesting you should say that because the document actually makes this point. Like, it's not just about getting a job. It's about stepping into the real world. And I'm kind of curious, what does that even mean these days?
Yeah.
You know?
It's a good question. And I think a lot of students are asking themselves that, right?
Right.
Because that traditional idea of, graduate, get a job, climb the ladder, it's not the only path anymore. And honestly, it might not even be the most fulfilling one.
Okay, so what's the alternative then? What does the document say students should be focusing on, if not just that traditional path?
It really emphasizes transferable skills.
Okay.
So we're talking critical thinking, problem solving, adaptability, creativity.
Right.
And the thing is, those skills, they're not just valuable to employers.
They're valuable for navigating just the complexities of life in general.
So it's less about the specific stuff you learn in class and more about learning how to learn.
Exactly.
Learning how to take that knowledge and use in the real world, whatever that real world looks like.
Exactly. And the document even uses this phrase.
Okay, what's that?
It says future-proofing your skill set.
Future-proofing. I like that. So what does that mean?
It means being ready for anything.
Okay.
Being able to learn new things, adapt to new technologies, new industries.
Right, because who even knows what those will look like?
Exactly. It's like we're preparing for jobs that don't even exist yet.
Which is kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
It is a little bit intimidating too, right?
Yeah, a little bit. How do you even wrap your head around that?
The document talks about seeking out experiences that challenge you.
Right.
Things that push you outside your comfort zone.
Right.
Expose you to different ways of thinking, different ways of solving problems.
So internships, volunteer work, even starting your own projects, those kinds of things?
Exactly. Taking initiative, taking risks, and, you know what, not being afraid to fail.
Because, let's be real, sometimes you learn more from the things that don't work out.
100%. The document actually says that.
Really?
It says embracing failure as a learning opportunity is crucial.
Okay, so it's not about being perfect.
Nope.
It's about being resilient.
Exactly. Bouncing back from those setbacks and having the confidence to keep going even when things get tough.
Which makes me think about, all those late night study sessions, the all-nighters, fueled by caffeine and sheer willpower.
Struggle.
They might not be fun at the time.
Right.
But they're building a certain resilience.
Absolutely.
That'll come in handy no matter what life throws at you.
It's all part of the process, right?
I guess so.
University, it's like this pressure cooker sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's also a time of immense growth, and I think this document does a really good job of capturing that.
It does. It reminds us that university, it's more than just a stepping stone to a career. It's an experience that changes you intellectually, emotionally, socially.
It's preparing you for life.
Yeah, it's preparing you for life, and I think that's a really powerful message.
It is.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of university life,
Yes.
here's the thought I want to leave you with.
Okay.
The document talks about how university prepares you for the complexities of adult life. But what about the complexities of a future that we can barely even imagine, right?
It's a good question.
What skills are we developing now that might be super valuable down the road?
Right.
Skills that we don't even know are important yet.
Who knows what the world's going to look like in 20 years?
Exactly. It's something to think about.
It is.
Because the truth is, the people who thrive in the future, they're not just going to be the ones who adapt to change,
Right.
but the ones who anticipate it, the ones who use their skills and knowledge to shape the world around them.
100%.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe someone listening right now,
Yeah.
they're the ones who are going to lead us into that future.
I have a feeling they just might. And on that note of boundless potential, we're going to wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.